Edge at 11 starts now.
Summer means storms, but this has been next level stuff here. Now the cleanup is underway. A total of 7 tornadoes touched down across the state last night, bringing down trees, destroying homes, and bringing along flooding from heavy rain. 2 people are dead because of these storms.
The trail of destruction spanned from the Lansing area to Metro Detroit down to Monroe County. One unlucky homeowner in Ferndale was left with a crushed house and a crushed car after a large tree toppled over. The worst of the storms lasted only a few minutes, but felt like forever for those hiding in their basements.
And 24 hours later, many are still without power. We begin tonight with Fox 2's Camille and Mary. She's live from Belleville, where one of those tornadoes was confirmed. Camille.
Yeah, a lot of Belleville is in the dark, and they've been cleaning up from this storm, still wrapping their head around the fact that a tornado touched down right here.
Leaves, everything flying, and it was super, super loud, and my kids started screaming.
Thursday night at the Mobile Manor Trailer Park in Belleville.
She got here this morning and was like, how am I supposed to get in the house? There's a tree. And I said, you just got to climb through it. If I can do it, you can do it.
A confirmed EF1 tornado had touched down. Winds up to 90 miles per hour.
Honestly, my worst fear is a tree coming down through a trailer. Even though I've lived in trailers my whole life, it's always been there, and now it happened across the street from me.
Amy Snyder dealing with tornado damage, not on her house, but with this damage comes some sadness. You see, with this tree on the corner of Martinsville and Hull comes a lot of happy memories.
As you can see, there's a fire hose swing on there. Our kids grew up playing on it, and now my great nieces play on it, so it's pretty sad that the tree has to come down and the kids don't get to play on that fire hose swing anymore.
Early Friday night, neighbors together talking about the tornado. Thankful it wasn't worse. Thankful no one was hurt.
When it comes down your driveway and your whole family is on the line, you know, that's the only thing that's going through your mind at that time.
All right, we're obviously having a technical issue with our microphone, but Camille and Mary for us live here tonight talking about what could have been a much worse storm. Thankful nobody else was hurt. Camille, can you, I think we're going to talk to Camille, of course, later on, but for now, we are, again, grateful that more people weren't hurt in that area. It could have been so much worse.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, the storms became deadly as they moved through the Lansing area.
Semi-trucks were simply wiped off the freeway as an EF2 tornado arrived with blistering winds. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin has more.
Salvaging what they can, that's the name of the game right now for so many people with major home damage if their homes weren't destroyed altogether. But crews are also trying to locate semi-trucks that have been blown around in this tornado. The Fox 2 drone over the skies of Williamston Township, Ingham County, just outside of Lansing, where crews are still tending to overturn semis battered around by the tornado that ripped through the Williamston-Weberville area off of I-96 Thursday night. Mayor Tammy Gilroy says 21 semis were involved.
We do still have some semi-trucks that are unaccounted for that are in the woods that were picked up during the tornado and taken off the highway.
Meantime, home and business owners are evaluating their losses.
We heard our deck on our house crash, trees crashing into the house. So lots of violent noise for a minute and then calm.
Mark Benjamin lost 2 of his barns and more.
We have 4 wagons in the creek behind my house now. Part of our structures are all across our fields behind you. My wife and I are in the basement under a futon couch cover, hearing the cat outside the door, and yeah, for a few seconds it was okay. How bad is this going to get?
At least 2 deaths have been attributed to the storm, according to first responders. Parts of I-96 remain closed as crews did their cleanup work, and power is out all across Ingham and Livingston counties, requiring a major coordination of services.
My chief of police, Bob Young, they have been on point all day long, as well as our DPW staff, making sure that our lift stations have generators because we are in the Red Cedar River area, so we do have that potential for flooding.
And the mayor tells us power should be back on within 24 to 48 hours, according to the information that she's getting. Also, we do know she's crediting the owner of True Value Hardware in Williamston for having the backs of any resident with whatever tools they need as they try to make the situation manageable. In Fowlerville, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
folks the mental and emotional strain of this, not to mention the financial, is going to be significant.
Message from the governor's office.
That we have your back and that we're here.
Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist on the ground at the site of destruction in Frenchtown Township. Governor Whitmer declared a state of emergency for both Monroe and Wayne counties as a result of last night's storms, activating local response and recovery plans. And thankfully, we can expect a much calmer experience this weekend.
We all deserve it. A bit cooler as well. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead joins us now with our forecast. Stephanie.
Yeah, much quieter, and I think our temperatures will feel a lot better, too. Humidity levels will remain low today. Daytime highs topped out in the upper 70s. We were about 3 degrees off from the average at 80 degrees. Record at 98. That was set back in 1948. So we're not dealing with any of that heat, and it looks like for the extended period here, we should remain at or just below the seasonal highs. So no big-time heat headed our way. In fact, it looks like really no major systems are impacting us in the foreseeable future. So that's good news for us as well. 69 right now in Lansing, 71 in Detroit right now. Mount Pleasant, you're settling into the low 70s as well. 69 out near Muskegon and Traverse City. We have a few showers up near northern parts of the state. As a whole, though, we're really not tracking any widespread moisture. In fact, as we head through the overnight hours, we do remain dry. I do think we'll decrease cloud cover from time to time. I do think it's going to be around through the day tomorrow. Lows will bottom out in the middle 60s. Overall, it's quiet for us here. Tomorrow, expect to see our numbers gradually warm. I think by your lunch hour, we should be at 74 degrees. Stray shower chance possible, mostly cloudy skies. Daytime highs tomorrow, top out in the upper 70s. That stray shower chance, it'll be there, but I think we pick up on more dry time than not. And I think that stray shower chance we mainly focused up near the thumb. Otherwise, Sunday, mainly dry day. I think better of the 2 days for sure will be Sunday. 75 for a high. Overall, a nice day. Less humid, too, so our dew point ratings will continue to fall. And then to start off early next week, our high temperatures will top out in the upper 70s, a very comfortable start to our work week next week. We are mainly dry for a good portion of this weekend. Sunday completely dry from start to finish, and we start off the work week on a strong note. Our next system arrives on Tuesday, and this is going to bring in the potential for maybe an isolated to scattered shower. It'll be brief. It should quickly move in, quickly move out. Tuesday by around 11:30. In the evening shows that potential for a few showers, a lingering shower leading into early Wednesday. Otherwise, I do think a good portion of the day on Wednesday should remain dry. It's going to give us more of a fall-like feel, though, through the middle part of the work week. Numbers will cool to the low 70s, if not some spots struggling to make it out of the 60s. Then we see a nice rebound Thursday into Friday with highs remaining in the mid to upper 70s. Roop.
Stephanie, thank you. Gunfire erupting overnight at an east side Detroit Coney Island. It happened at the Legends Coney on East Jefferson. Police say there was some kind of an argument between a customer and a cashier, and then someone fired a shot. Nobody was hit. Police arrested the suspected shooter. It's not clear tonight if that was the customer or the employee.
And a tragic discovery on Walled Lake. Search crews have recovered the body of a man who disappeared after a swim. The 34-year-old man was found not far from the shore in about 30 feet of water around 7 o'clock this evening. Officials say he jumped off a pontoon boat with 2 friends late Wednesday night for a swim and never made it back to the boat when storms moved in. An autopsy is expected tomorrow. And a vast majority of UAW members ready to walk the picket line.
Yeah, voting to authorize a strike if the union and the Big Three can't come to terms on a new agreement.
All of us are fed up with the Big Three's race to the bottom. We're fed up with seeing Big Three profits break the bank while we're breaking our backs.
97% of members voting in favor of the move. It comes less than 3 weeks before the union's contract with the automakers expires. The union represents 150,000 workers. Some of the things the union's asking for: better wages, elimination of tiered wages and benefits, and the return of cost of living allowances.